Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lena, and I want to start off by saying I'm sorry to Simply Nailogical for calling this a holographic makeup look when it's really a duochrome. But yeah, so today I did a kind of glam look that's fun. It's got the duochrome and like the, you know, iridescent thing that's going on this spring, but it's also really easy, so like it's kind of glam for the lazy girl, which is like my motto, because I used the new Colourpop Supernovas from their Moonlight collection, From the Valley and Lucky Penny. So I use these two on my eyes, and then on my face I use some of their Super Shock highlighters that are like the duochrome, iridescent, whatever. Anyway, if you want to see how I got this look, then you know the drill. Just keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed and set my eyes, and I just used the shade Matter of Fact from the Give It To Me Straight palette to like powder my eyes. And then I'm going to start by using a flat shader brush and the shade TMI from the Give It To Me Straight palette as well, and I'm going to start putting that all over my lid. I find it easiest to start with the dark color if you're doing like a dark smoky, this isn't really going to be dark, but I find it easiest to do it this way because then you can get the color down and blend it out versus, you know, putting in all your transitions. I guess my point is you use the transition shades to blend out the deep color, if that makes any sense at all. And I'm doing it in a circle around my eye to create more of like a round look. And I'm tapping it and then swiping it in to kind of buff it. I don't really know. Blend the color. That's just what I found to work. And the edges like really don't matter because we're going to be using those transition shades to blend it out. Okay, I just closed my blinds a little bit. It seemed a little bit bright, so hopefully that helps. And also, I just got a NASA sweatshirt. I'm so excited. I am a high-key nerd. Like, I graduated college with a degree in microbiology, and I wanted to work for NASA and be an astrobiologist, which is finding life on other planets. So, okay, and then from the You Had Me at Holo palette, I'm gonna take Winning Ticket, this shade, and I'm gonna use a small tapered blending brush. This is the Colourpop E9. I'm just gonna tap off the excess, and I'm gonna start putting this right in the crease, like right on the edge of that more purple shade, just to kind of blend it out a little bit. And I am going to drag it just a little bit into my outer corner to help blend out the edge right there of the purple color as well. And then I'm going to take the Colourpop E2 blending brush. It's just a larger blending brush, tapered, I don't really know. And I'm going to use the shade Downright from the Give It To Me Straight palette. It is like a nude purple, and I'm going to use that to buff out the edges even more, so it's nice and blended looking. And this shade is a little bit harder packed than like other Colourpop shadows. Actually, this whole palette in general is a little bit harder packed. So you have to like dig in a little bit more. Like in general, the shades are all, they seem to be all formulated differently. You really have to like figure out what works for each shade, which I don't really mind because it depends on the color and whether it's a transition or like a base. And I'm just using really light circular motions to blend out these edges and also in the outer corner of my eye. I kind of look like I have bruised eyes, but that's the look we're going for, so just have faith, okay? Trust in the process. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with the deep purple on a flat shader again, the same flat shader, and I'm going to go back in and deepen that. I'm just going to pat the color onto my lid. Okay, and then I'm not going to put any more product on it, but I'm going to go back in with the large blending brush, the E2 from Colourpop, and I'm just going to, again, really lightly buff out that dark purple color that we just placed. And then I'm going to take a little bit fluffier of a flat shading brush. Like you can see this has a little bit more fluff than the one I used for packing. Like, do you see how this one is bigger? I'm going to use this one and the shade Matter of Fact from the Give It To Me Straight palette, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone and blend out the upper part of those purples. Kind of soften it just a little bit. Like, as you can see, that just kind of softened it a little bit. Okay, and then for the Holo, or I guess it's duochrome, I don't really know. Okay, so I'm going to take From the Valley from Colourpop. It's like this really cool pink, purple, blue shifting glitter. And I'm going to kind of warm it up in between my fingers. And it dries really fast, you have to be careful. And I'm going to tap it on over that deep purple. Oh no. See, this is what I mean by it dries too fast. Didn't have time, I was too busy talking. Okay, and then yeah, just tap it on over the purple. Is that not so pretty? I never was a glitter person until I saw this collection from Colourpop, and let me tell you, I'm a convert. And you can really go either bold or a little bit more subdued with these. You can tell the difference. This is me packing it on, and then this is just a light wash, and it just gives you a little bit of reflect, but nothing too pal worthy. Yeah, if you're worried that they're going to be too intense for you, you can totally, oh, you can't see. If you're worried they're going to be too intense for you, you can totally make them a little bit more wearable. I'm going to take the E9 blending brush, and now that this is dried, I'm going to go in and buff the edges just really lightly to flake off some of them so it looks a little bit blended. And you have to be kind of careful because a whole section will flake off if you're not. So that is a little bit frustrating. Okay, what I'm doing instead of blending is I'm just taking a little bit of residue on my fingers and using that to blend out the edges. So it's kind of like a gradient sparkle into the transitions. And then you don't have to worry about blending off the sparkles and doing patchwork like I just had to do. Okay, so I'm going to go clean up my under eyes and do my foundation and brows, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash and the rest of the face. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to start by taking a small pencil brush. This is the Colourpop E10, and I'm going to use the shade TMI that I used all over my lid, and I'm going to tuck that into my lower lash line. Oh, I'm suddenly really hungry. Oh, I don't know why my eyes always water so bad when I do my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a small blending brush. This is the E1 from Colourpop. It's different because it's more flat versus the tapered blending brush that you can tell has a bit more of a point. This one, yeah, does that make sense? So a flat blending brush. And then from the You Had Me at Hello palette, I'm going to take the Winning Ticket shade to buff out. Shade is so powdery. I'm going to buff out that purpley pink. And I took the dark purple pink, whatever that is. It looks hot pink underneath my eyes. But anyway, I took that to about halfway, and then I'm going to buff out all the way. And I'm going to drag it up to soften the edge of my outer eye a little bit and into the outer corner. Okay, and then for a little fun pop, I'm going to take the Colourpop Supernova Shadow in Lucky Penny. It's more of a white with a blue shift. I'm going to put it onto the back of my hand and take a small pencil brush and put it into my inner corner. Okay, and then I'm going to put a nude liner in my waterline. This is the NYX Always Keeping It Tight. I don't recommend this. I find it like really not pigmented and you have to like warm it up and work it really hard getting it to show up. But like I spent my money on it, so I'm gonna use it. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you out and then we can do like our cheeks and stuff. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to use the Super Shock Cheek in Prenup. It's just like a bright pink. And I'm going to tap this where I put blush. Okay, and then for highlight, I'm going to use the Super Shock Cheek in the shade Over the Moon. It's like a shifting icy lavender pink, maybe? I actually haven't used this before. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Uh-oh. My dog just jumped on my bed. Okay, so this is pretty dark, so I'm going to take my powder brush and just like go over it and blend it out a tiny bit. And then I'm going to lighten it up with... I also have their Super Shock Cheek, one of their new ones in Rocket Science, which is more of like a really icy lavender. Well, we're just going to try it. I'm going to put it on the high points of my face. I look like a freaking extraterrestrial. Well, I guess it fits my NASA sweatshirt. My dog is looking at me like, why are you like this? I don't know, Teague. I don't know. And I'm just buffing out that highlight again because it's so intense. I'm gonna set my makeup with the Pixie Glow Mist. Shake it up. Okay, and then on my lips, I always do my mascara once that is all dried. So on my lips, I'm going to use the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip in Slide. It's a cool pink. With like this much sparkly going on, I feel like a blotted lip is perfect. And then I'm just going to use a tissue to blot it. Like you would think with these colors, since it's called an ultra blotted, that you wouldn't need to blot it, but they actually work best when you blot it. Can I say blot enough times? I feel like with my hair in this choker I look like Snow White, but like alien Snow White. And then I'm going to do my mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's it for this look. Hopefully it was pretty easy. If you like this tutorial, then give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe down below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.